Top 10 tricky JavaScript questions. That's right. After this video, you are going to be able to nail every single JavaScript interview. Don't worry. I'm going to walk through this article, which has some very tricky JavaScript questions. I haven't read it. I mean, I just very quickly went through it and it seemed very interesting, but I don't know any solutions. So we're going to figure it out together. This article is written by Amit Paul. So taking interviews is a privilege. Personally, I enjoy interacting with various candidates with diverse ideas and thinking. I consider this is an interactive learning experience instead of bulldozing someone with many one-way questionnaires. Usually I ask the interviewer to pick his/her topic and drive that conversation accordingly. However, there are few premeditated questions that help me understand the thought process of the candidate. Still, I don't look for definite correct answers, but follow the approach taken to crack the problem. The spirit of knowledge sharing inspires me to compose this article to pick up the 10 tricky questions that I usually ask in interviews. Looking forward to seeking honest opinions on this from my fellow LinkedIn connections. I don't think I'm gonna connect with you in LinkedIn because I'm sorry, I don't use LinkedIn. As you can see, I have a million notifications and whatever up there. I don't know why I don't use it. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's crack the thing open. I'm going to be reading slowly because somewhere there are solutions along the way, and I don't want to spoil them. Okay, I don't want to spoil them for myself because I want to solve the problems myself and show you how to do that. Okay, so first one. I think this is not a spoiler. Hoisting. Hoisting is my favorite topic. Understand the analytical ability to interviewee. Just consider this example. Okay. Console log, bar, foo, whatever. The output is simple. No. That's okay. So that's what we don't want to do. Okay. The thing is that this is an image. Can I use some sort of an AI or something that ChatGPT do that? And yeah, I'm gonna copy the image address, right? So instead of writing down all of that, I'm just going to use this image extractor. So I tried ChatGPT. If it doesn't want to do that. Okay, so is this correct? Result. Oh, we have the result. We have the result. Look at that. I don't have to write a single line of code. It's gonna get that. Okay, so is this good? So let me open VS Code there, right here. There. Let me just make it this bigger. There. Oh, I should turn off chat. Sorry, chat, you're gone. Now, okay. So this is about hoisting. First, we have a console log. Then bar equals 15. So this is going to be a global variable because there's no var, there's no let, there's no nothing. And then var foo is 1. And then console log foo bar. And then we declare var. So var declarations are hoisted into the top of the thing. So imagine this as if this var was up here without the value. So this is what happens. And imagine the same thing. Let me just go back with this. So we have var bar up there, var foo up there. So in every case, if it's not set, if the value is not set, it's going to be undefined. So this is hoisted up there. The first console log is going to print undefined. The X is going to mean undefined. Then we set the bar to 15, and then we set the value of foo to 1. So foo is going to be 1, and then bar is going to be 15 and here. If all goes well, this should print undefined 115. Can I execute this on the server? That's the question. Let me check. Okay. Undefined 115. There, first problem solved. So this is how you solve this issue. So it's very easy. If you see a var, if you see a const, if you see whatever, it's hoisted. Even constant and the thing is hoisted. But in case of const and in case of let, you're going to see an error that you can't use it. Let me just try it. So there's bar. So if I do this should yield some sort of an error if I remember correctly. But just for the sake of completeness, let's just do it, right? Cannot access bar before initialization. That's what I was trying to say. Still kind of hoisted because you know it exists, but it throws an error. In case of var, you don't get an error, you get undefined. So that's a common mistake that people think that it's not hoisted in case of let. It kind of is, but it isn't because you get an error. So it's like I don't know what exactly is happening there. I don't think anyone but the JavaScript engine developers know I'm too lazy to Google it. From our perspective, it doesn't really matter. All you need to know is that if you do that with let, you're gonna get an error. If someone asks you what's gonna happen, you're gonna get this error message, okay? In case of var, you don't get an error. It's just simply undefined, okay? You can still use it. That's a very, very common question you might be getting. That's why I wanted to show you that as well. So very good. We nailed question 1. Someone who has a profound knowledge of how hosting works can explain this precisely. Let's look at another example. Okay, I don't want to spoil it. There's the example. So I'm just going to copy the image address, right? And we're just going to try to extract it. And let's just hope it extracts correctly, so I don't have to type all of that into my editor, because I don't want to. Okay, so what we have here. So we call greetings, and then we declare var greetings equals a function, console log first greetings, and then we call greetings again, and then we declare the greetings function. All right, I don't fancy this declaration. I fancy this one. It's oh my god, how is this called? I know how it's called, but I just forgot. Doesn't matter. So one thing you should know, that this function declarations go above the var when it's hoisting. Hold on a second. I need to think about this. I think I know it now. This goes up, var greetings, then we declare the greetings function. So that means the first greetings is going to print second greetings. So this is going to be printed first. Where's the pen? This is hoisted up and this is hoisted up. At that moment, we don't have this variable set. Okay, this is just undefined. But we have a function named by greetings. Okay, so that means the first greetings is going to print out this. This is going to be printed first. So the second greetings is this. I just said it, that it's first. And then the greetings variable finally gets a value, which is a function. When this is called, this is going to be executed and printed as second. Then it's called again, but this is already hoisted to the top. So this is now no longer in the game. And we're gonna see second and first and first. That should be, if I'm correct, that should be on your screen. And then again, if I'm not correct, that's still not a problem, you know, because your interviewer is going to try to extract your thought process. And maybe I made a mistake somewhere here, but it doesn't matter. At least I'm trying to figure out the solution, you know. At least I do, because I couldn't recall which one goes first and which one goes second. Maybe it doesn't matter, but the thing is, I try to solve the problem. So let's try to run this code on the server side and see what happens. Okay, second greetings, first greetings, first greetings. Isn't what I said? Yeah, that's exactly what I said. This code is evaluated something like, so we have that, we have this. Let me show you. Okay, so this, we say greetings. If I'm correct, that this should get the same exact output. Yes. So this is what happens. This is what actually happens. If I were to show you like this, you'd be simply getting. But okay, 2 questions. We 2 out of 2. I mean, that's nice, right? So it should be shown. Okay, let me just read it, because I'm not really sure. Second greetings, first greetings, first greetings. Everyone gets confused with the third output, as it has a tricky part. We have a few more examples what I would have loved to share. Take a look at this question first. Okay, no spoilers, no spoilers, no spoilers. So let me clear the output. Let's take a look. I'm not sure. See that? Even the greatest of the greatest. So this is this. This should be this. And then we set it to 20. This is not this. We are in a pickle right here. I don't know the solution. I think I need to run this to be able to answer. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I know the answer to this. I'm guessing it's 1010. If not, then I'm dumb. Okay, we can accept that, right? So let's just save the file. Let me save the file. Let's just pray to God that I'm correct. Oh no, I'm not correct. I'm not correct. Oh no, I'm so dumb. With a straightforward answer, the output should be printed in the following order: 10, 20, 20. If the interviewer is able to give the answer, just make a small tweak code and ask for the output again. See, I'm trying to make something much more complicated than it is. I'm so stupid. If this would have been okay, so I know that, you know what I made, where I made the incorrect assumption, is that this would have been a global variable if this wasn't here. All right, this would have been a global variable if this wasn't here. now we know that I made an honest mistake. Okay, stuff happens. Okay, it's fine. No worries. So let's take a look at this one. Okay, now this not overcomplicates things. See, even the best of us, even the best of us can do mistakes. Or maybe this is the same question all over again. So yes, this. Now that we know where we made the mistake, okay, no problem. We might be able to figure this out. But at least we have some sort of understanding about global and local variables. Sometimes you mess them up. It's okay. It's okay. Don't make a big deal out of it. Let's try to solve this. So we declare a variable named variable. Then we declare variable 3. Now see, this is going to be a global variable, and then we log variable 3, which is okay. Let me check if this is actually correct. 33223. Okay, so this is obviously going to be, where's the pen? This is obviously going to be 35, right there. Then a local variable, variable 3, 45, and then we set variable 2 to 15, and then we log variable, so it's like a mind bender, and then we get, this is going to be 10, of course, because there is no other mention of the variable here, so it was set to 10. Okay, and now we go out of the function. So variable 2 here was set to 15. So there's no other mention. So this must be 15. There's nothing else to it. And then here comes the problem, that what's the value of variable 3? Because here we did a variable 3, set it to 45. But then again, this is a local variable. This goes into the global scope. This is also available here. And we haven't declared a var here, so there's no change. So that means this is going to be still 35, right? This is how it should be. So 35, 10, 15, 35. And where it is, it's just run. Uh-oh, what did I do? Oh no, that's the trick. Oh no, because no. But why? Oh no, I know why. I fell into the pit. This see my arrow here? That's not correct. This is not correct here. Oh no, let me just so there up until this point I wasn't bamboozled, but here I did. So here, because we have this var variable 3, and what did I say earlier? That they get hoisted in top of the scope. So this var variable 3, this goes in here. And now we set the value of the local variable. So we set it to 35, that's correct. Then we set it to 45, and that has no effect. So this doesn't exist. This doesn't exist, because if we didn't have this, then my answer would be correct. I need to be more patient. So if I remove this, let's take a look at this. If I remove this and I do the same thing, and then it's going to be the output I anticipated, because I completely missed the issue where this is hoisted to the top. See, the question is what about hoisting, so I need to be more like patient and take more care when I take a look at this. But still, I think that this is not the huge issue, because if the interviewer would have told you that the output is incorrect, then you should be able to deduct why, because that's the most important thing. That if you just keep looking at it and why, how, what's happening, can have a bad day at the moment. I have a bad day today, maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's why I can't figure this out. But it's okay, it's no problem, no hard feelings. I've been doing this for a long time, and see, I just get like caught up on it. It's okay. Take it as a lesson that you shouldn't be like too hard on yourself. This thing happens, okay? It's normal. Okay, closure and variable scope. Oh, we are only on this question 2, and I've been talking for like 50 minutes. Oh my god. Every interview loves to indulge in closure-related discussions. So do I. For a JavaScript developer, it's crucial to understand how closures work. There are a few theoretical questions as follows that I usually ask at the beginning. Explain the pros and cons of, okay, so theoretical questions, you can just Google them and get over them. Then a discussion, okay, don't want to spoil anything. That is going to take a turn towards programming questions as well. Let's start with the snippet. So if there was a war then it would print 5 times like what's the next? 5, I think. That's the last one, because it's still, you need to remember that this I++ is incremented after every single block. So it's incremented one last time, I smaller than 5, still incremented 1, so I becomes 5, and this is going to print 5 times 5. But this is not what happens here, because we have let I. Let is a block scope variable, so this whole thing, the set timeout, is evaluated with the local scope variable, so it's going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what's going to be printed. And to show and to prove it to you, I'm just gonna let it cook. Okay, so here's, this is not even Q4 and Q4, so I'm just I need a new name. Q2, this is just QQ1. Okay, this is how we're gonna name it, right? This is a QQ, means that this is the second question, so QQ1. So first part of the second question. How many Qs? That means which question this is. Because we're using let here, this should print 0 to 4. Okay, this is what should happen. Although this is a little bit concerning, the 0, but it doesn't matter. Okay, let me just save. Let me run. Let's see if I'm dumb. Okay, I'm not. See, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is what happens. And what I'm saying, if you change this to var is not a block scope variable, so it's still going to be updated, because this goes into the task queue, or whatever the name of this is, and then it's executed, even though this is 0. So this is goes to the task queues. This whole thing runs. The I is going to be 5, and it's going to be print 5 times 5. And let's see if I'm correct. There. Well, this is like 2 times 5 to 5 times 5. That's the difference. So if you get a question that you want to print out 1 to 5 with a set timeout, and you get this code, you can just rewrite this to let. I think it should print 5, 5, 5, and then you have not noticed the let declaration. There, that's what I said. Create closure array. Okay, I think we're just gonna bleed out at this very question right there. QQ3.js. That means second question stretching to part 3. That's obviously. So okay, so the question, what's the output? We need to notice that I know. This one I'm going to nail. Don't worry. So I see what the problem is. We have the var index, and we have the same issue, right? See? So this is here, the index refers to this. I mean this the same. But in the end of the loop, this is 5, right? This says set to 5. So when this is logging, it's going to be like log n equals 5 times. I'm 100% sure this is gonna happen. I'm not gonna waste any more time. Yes! If I change this to let, it's gonna do that. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I solved the senior question, so I must be a senior developer. So obviously, if I can't solve the easy one, I'm no longer a junior. I must be a senior. So the problem should be 5 times n equals 5. This is a classic example where the closure has absolutely gone wrong. It has to correct the snippet. The project's expected output. Okay, we also did that. The expected program should be this. Why is this the expected? I'm just gonna, if I can just rewrite one value, why would I just rewrite everything? Oh, it passes the parameter. Yes, of course, that's much nicer, but I don't care. This topic has to fathom the depth of the interviewer's knowledge of that. See, again, if you make a mistake, that's not the problem. The problem is if you don't understand what the mistake is. That's a really big problem, because that means you don't know. In the era of ES6+, the scope of this keyword has been simplified. Oh my god, that's why I ask a few questions on this. One of my favorite questions on this topic is as follows. What the heck is this? Oh no. Oh no, what's this? We guess we're gonna solve this, right? QQ1.js. That makes sense. Object.prop.getFullName. Okay, so I think this is the easy peasy. So in this case, this is a normal function, so this scope is here. So I need the pen. I need a pen for this. So the first, object.prop.getFullName. The get full name is going to be printed this. So this is going to be first, which is going to print it, right? Then get first name. Get first name, this is an arrow function. Arrow function inherits from the parent scope. which is this. So in the full name here is going to be John Doe. We split it by the spaces and get the 0th element, so it's John. So second one, where do I place it? John. Oh, it's very nice. I see one John. So the second one is going to be John. Okay, so let me just use an arrow. This is going to go here. There. Much perfect, right? And then, so get my name is a simple, it's a full name. It's calling this full thing is going as third. Get last name is in a closure. Then that means that it goes up here, I think, and it's gonna print Doe. So there, that's what I think it is. Now let's here goes nothing. Are we sure about that? Let me just try to run it in the terminal because I'm not exactly sure this is correct. Oh, because this is on the server. My apologies. Oh god, so I shouldn't be doing this in the debug console. No worries, no worries, no worries. I think this is exactly what I said it's going to be, right? Let's compare. Aurelio de la Rosa, that's right. John, that's right. Then Colin Eyring, that's right. And Doe. What is up? What is up? Who's the senior? Me. Age-wise, I may be senior. So there we go. Very good. Very good. Difference between object creation and object constructor and object.create. Oh no, this is going to be so long. I don't want to do this. So we have a person which we created with the object create name, emit pal height 5 and 7, and delete person.height. Yeah, it's nothing's gonna happen because this is in the proto. It's not actually in the constructor, right? So here is the thing. Let me clear it. So we're gonna create an object from this, right? I can't write, and I'm gonna say that it's just name. If you check out the person as if it was empty, but if I said person height, I mean name. I'm sorry, person name is defined, even though you don't see it here. It's in the prototype. It's in it as if it was inherited from somewhere because the object create does that, right? So if I do like delete person name, it deleted, right? But it deleted nothing because it's still in the prototype. To do that, I think I need to like person the broto. I don't know if I can do that. I haven't really done so. If I print this should still print earnest. And to delete that, I need to delete it from the proto. And if I now try to access the person name, then it's undefined. See the difference? If you think undefined is the answer, then you have been fooled by the object create function. Yeah, so it just explained that. The delete operator indeed removes a property from an object, but if the object inherits the property you're trying to delete rather than having its own property with that name, delete won't work. In this context, as I mentioned above, height is not a direct property of the person object, rather it's a property of the prototype. It kind of can confuse you, because in other languages, maybe if you just change that, you don't need to dig into the prototype. You don't need to dig into the parent object or the parent class. You know, that's a little bit different in here. So that can make it a little bit more difficult to understand. Writing code for array or string polyfills. The primary intention to ask this question is to understand how much clarity the interviewer has in object prototyping and its best practices. The same array.filter function polyfill is given below. Sample array.filter function polyfill is given below. He wants us to write a polyfill for the array.filter function. We can probably do that, but I need to check what the arguments list is. So we need to write this, return this function. We need to create this. Can we do that? I don't know. Maybe we can. So we need the array prototype is going to be my filter. So we have a callback function and this argument, and this is what we need to solve. This is array. Sorry, I haven't written polyfill, so I don't know. So this is the array. So we go through the array, right? So so we can do like this, and like maybe for each of it, or just for this, right? So we can go through the item of this, and we call the callback function. So the callback function is called with what was the thing? With the element, the index, and the array filter was called upon. So it's we don't have an index right here, so we don't know the index. So it's not the for what? For I. equals 0, or maybe we could do the for each. Is that better? And we do that, we call the callback function, but there's this arg, so we can do like, we should either bind or like call. So this arg, so this first is the this arg to do like, what was this? It was the element, which is this I, right? The index and the original array is that, right? So this is what we call, and we check if what the thing is, right? So if it's not truthy, it's probably not a good idea to remove it here, because for loop is running on the, we should have done for each. That's just much better for this, because we can remove the original at that very point. So we can do like for each, and it's a function, right? And the element, right? Or so we just call it item, right? So we call it with the this arg, okay, the item, the index, and the original thing. Oh, we need to do that like that, okay? And the array, but that's not this right here, right? Because you know, but this is the array. I think it has the original array, so we can do it like that. And if it's truthy, we don't do anything. And if it's not truthy, then we take the original array and we do a splice, I think, delete count number on it. I think this is what we do, right? So this was going to modify the original. But wait a second. Returns array containing the elements that were deleted. Okay, so we don't need that. We just do this. We don't need the elements deleted. How about we just debug this? So this is my filter. I have an array, right? 1, 2, 3. My filter. Okay, it's fine. And I say function. If item is bigger than 1, we keep it, right? So that's what we do. Return. I should store that, right? Oh, I'm so dumb. Jesus Christ. Array. And the array is 1, 3, 4. Uh-oh. That's no. It's almost good. Hey, almost there. Everything that's bigger than 1 should stay there. Array 2, 3, 5. Where's the where's 4? Where did 4 go? Right? Where is some? It's gone. You no longer need 4. So it's still not good. Maybe I need to also reload the thing. So let me write this code, the whole test here. So it's going to be easier, so we don't waste that much time. Let me reload. Let me just do this and see. Oh no, this is not what I wanted to do. So this console log, we don't need that here, right? This one, reload, and let's see. So item, okay, there we already have a problem. So I is undefined. And we have an item. So I made a mistake when the call. I did this. I don't need to do this. I don't need to do this. And I think this resolved the problem. See, minor things. There's only the minor things. You don't need to feel bad about it. So item is 1, I 0. Item 3, I. Okay, and my array is 3, 2, 4, 5. It's there. So we solved it. This is a little bit painful whole debugging process. So I made several mistakes because I made a mistake by not destructuring the array, and I still think it may actually work, because here in the callback I had the problem. Should we try it? I think I should try it, right? So instead of this, instead of copying, I could just do this, and this is passed on here, that there. And if I do this again, my array is correct. So my original idea, see, my original idea was correct. This is what I was trying to do. But here I made a mistake, and I completely went out of the way to solve something else, and I didn't notice that this was a mistake, because if I were to where is the definition? I don't know why it doesn't show it. It should show it. So if I do the call method, so see, it says the args array any, but it's this structure. I mean, it's spread, so it's not actually the. So you need to spread the. So it was almost correct, but this is what I need to do, right? And this is the correct way. So this is the final solution right here. See, not that difficult, but you know, you need, if you make mistakes, you kind of need to find it, and don't give up. See, I didn't give up. I solved it. I didn't take a look at the solution. So let's now go back and let's take a look what his solution was. Oh boy, what's this? Okay, so he checks. There's a error check. Of course, I didn't do that. So he makes an array. Callback, call context. Okay, so he makes a copy and he returns the array. Okay, so that's fine as well. Maybe mine doesn't work that well. But then again, I don't think you need to make a copy. I don't think you need to make a copy. This just works better in the terms that you don't need to make a new array. Although it kind of does. I mean, it kind of does. Okay, you kind of work on the original array, and I don't do a return statement, if you notice, because I'm changing the original array, which was passed. I don't know if this is the thing you should do or not. I haven't written polyfills. You probably don't. So probably his solution is better. But again, it's polyfill. You know, if you want to make it good, you need to do a little research. This is just a question. So here's the answer. This is the answer to array polyfill. So sometimes alongside this question, I used to ask the difference between the prototype and proton-directed conversation. Okay. Evaluating the max min value from an array using mathmax function. What? This is a simple but tricky problem to resolve. The difficulty is mathmax or mathmin function accepts n number of parameters as inputs, not an array. So you have to find a way to convert an array into n number of parameters to pass the same to the max and or min function. An array using mathmax. I'm not exactly sure what he means, but the solution is going to be something along the lines of a spread operator, which I just didn't do. Which I used here. So what he means is that so we have an array, and let's just do it like that, and we want to find the biggest value from here. And I think what he means by that is just do the mathmax, and it doesn't accept in the array like that, right? But you can do this with the spread operator. You can make it like that, and it's gonna show you the biggest value, and to prove it's not the last value, let's just add like 2, 4, 10, 11, 4, 0, -1, like that, and let's just run it again, and it says 11, and that's exactly what it is. So I think this is what he meant. So he does see, that's why I made a mistake in my previous question. So take a look at this. So you use the apply. So there's a difference between the apply and the call. In the call, it accepts the list of arguments, and in here you can do it with an array, right? But I don't know. It's written in 2020, so the spread operator should have been there, but wasn't very widely used. But here, I think this is a more elegant solution to do it like that. So you don't need to do the call and then worry about where it's bound to. Okay, so this is I think that's a better solution, but still this one is really good. I didn't think of this. Swapping values of two variables using destructuring. So I don't want to read it down further because probably there's spoilers there. Using destructuring is something like you have, say, an array, right? Array, and I say it's foo and var, right? And I want to put them into their own variables, so I just do like const foo bar and you do array, right? And foo, no it's not, I use this so rarely. So this, and you need foo, and there you have it, right? Oh, I always see, it's what it is. But if I will give this answer, it's still okay. It's made a mistake there, just correct that, right? It's no problem. No, nobody's gonna give a damn about it. So you recall I made a video, but maybe 3 times about destructuring, right? Maybe even more. And I still there we go. And I still didn't remember it, right? It is what it is. I do so many things that I just forget, and it's not a problem. I need to Google and find it. So this is what it means. And okay, so swapping variable values via destructuring. So was that the question? Swapping values of two variables. So we have foo and bar right here. So I want to swap the values. On the right side, I need to have bar foo, right? And in the right side, I should have foo bar, right? And if I do that, that should swap the values, right? No? Assignment, okay, so these are constants. I made a mistake. Okay, so they need to start over. Just var, okay, no worries. And then do the thing. Do this. And let's say, what's foo now? Foo is bar is foo. So there. I don't think I ever used this. I don't know. I don't think I ever used this, but this is very clever. And we figured it out on our own, right? Let's see if the answer is that. Destructuring is a useful syntactical sugar that has to reduce LOC that makes it a crucial topic in interview discussions. I just don't ask direct questions. Okay, don't care. So we have A, B. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing and it works. Very nice, very nice. And we are already on question 8. And we nailed everything. Just perfectly. We nailed everything. Right? Let's move on. Executing multiple promises sequentially. What's the profound understanding? Okay, what's the callable cal? Okay, so you can answer these. And as per asking write the program execute promises asynchronously. I used to write down a sample promise function as follows. Okay, so this is not a spoiler. We do new file 8 queues 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1.js, which just so we have an easy understanding, right? Go iterate through this array, call my promise on each value, and just execute it. Or maybe await could work. Could await work? So we could just like e in or off array, right? And just await my promise. Is this possible? Because it returns a promise, and it does resolve it, right? So then I just put it in E, right? Can I maybe I can actually execute this in here. Let me just try. No, I can't. No, await. Okay, we don't have await, but we have await in the browser, right? So we just take advantage of it. And printing sequence 5. Okay, so that didn't work. that didn't work. Okay, so that didn't work. Why it didn't work though? So if I just, what's that? Let's just see what happens here. 1 2 3 4 5. So we, okay, so it waited, right? So it waited, but then again it's kind of works, but it doesn't work. So it's kind of a solution. I still think that we should roll with this somehow. I have another thing in my mind, but I just kind of try to figure out what's wrong here. What's the problem here? Because the resolve, so we await. So if I had like an array just 1, right? Then it could, yeah. So it's await, but still only getting the last one. So even though we await, we don't get the print. Don't get the print for some reason. I don't know. Only the last one from the await. I don't know. I'm not very good with promises, but it's something like that. Something along the way. If I were to console log here, the same thing, right? Just do that. I could do that, right? Yeah. In that case, that would work. But the problem is that he given us this code, so we're gonna make it work with that. So in this case, just the standard output didn't get it. So it's kind of something with that. I don't know. So let's scratch that. And let's find a different solution, right? So it's kind of wait could work like that. So they are definitely run, and they are definitely run sequentially. We just don't see it in the standard output. So I consider this as a solution. So, but is there any other way? I think I saw a very similar solution to this. via like an array reduce or something like that. So what if I said that array reduce, so it needs a callback function, and the callback function is going to be just, we're just going to do a function, right? I think they did that like something like promise resolve. So we just resolve an empty promise, there's just nothing, and then we go like current, then and I don't need this because I want to return this. Is this a possible solution? My question is this a possible solution? Current then is not a function. So we need to, oh no, the current is the thing. Okay, so this, and I say this, like that, right? Condition promises or undefined is not a function. But I feel like I can, like, cannot properties undefined then. What's the problem? I should be able to do that, right? So where's the, I need to just console log previous and next, right? So let's see what's happening there. Oh, I didn't return, so the first one was correct. I need to do this. Alrighty. And maybe even my first one was correct. So let me just, oh god, oh my god. Promise? Uh-oh. Oh no. I don't know where the problem is here. I might need to find the await solution already worked, right? That was fine. So I think this is something very minor. Let's take a look at the solution. I don't know. Okay, so there we go. It's very close to it. Oh, he wrapped it in a promise, right? So this is what I did, this inner part, but that's not gonna work. And I also tried, but I didn't resolve. So was that the problem? So I had a solution, something very similar to this. So it's return a new promise. This is the solution, right? What's going on? Oh, it's not supposed to print all of them. So let me just wait 5 seconds. See, printing sequence 5. So they clearly were executed in order. And I don't think you need to make a new promise right there. I don't think so. I think that this is unnecessary there. You can just do this. It should do the same thing. Sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, so my solution was correct all along. I was waiting for something to show up on the console, and that's where the problem was. Oh my Jesus Christ, I wasted like half an hour on this stupid issue, and my first instinctual solution was already correct. Oh no, this is so dumb. See, this is what coding is all about. I'm going to include this whole shebang in the video so you can suffer with me. Jesus Christ. So there we go. There, this is the solution. I'm gonna keep it like that. Okay, writing a simple code of memoization function. A memoization programming technique that attempts to increase the function's performance by caching the previous computed result if it finds a similar function parameter received. This is a very well-known and beneficial approach considered improved performance. My ask is write a simple program. Okay. So long story short, memoization is when you create a new function from your previous function which has a cache, basically. So cache the return value, and it works in functions where you expect the same exact output for the same exact parameters at any given time. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 the JS. There we go. So memoize function, memoize, we return a function. So the key, when you need a key, which just bear with me, right? Just bear with me. And I don't think we need a map. We don't need a map, we just need an array. Just need an array. Don't need a map. So scratch that. So the key is JSON. Stringify the arguments, right? This is what we based on. So we made with the JSON stringify the arguments. That means that we have a string now from it. So let's just, I think we scratch this, and just instead of that see if cache key, right, then return cache key, else we need so const return is yes. We need to return a function. It's not an arrow function. Okay, very nice. And also set the cache key to the return value, right? And then return the return value. So there, this should do the thing. This should very likely do the thing, or just we're gonna find out in just 1 second. So don't worry, don't worry. We're just gonna find it out. Okay, so let's just dust this abomination. Let's get out of here. So we have a Memoize. Let's see if it works. I have. So let's say I have a function. Let's say function pp, right? And the next arguments a, b, right? And let's say it's 0 and 0, and it's gonna return a plus b. I should write it in the editor. So that's if I want to make a Memoize version of it, so let's say const bpp, of course, bpp is Memoize pp, right? And so if I call big pp, we'd say 1 or 2, that should return 3. But I should like log if like console log cached. So you're gonna know if this was cached new and the return value, right? So this is new. That's what we want. Put it in here. So it's new. It says 1 plus 2 is 3. So if I call big pp again with the same arguments, I can't copy it. 1, 2. It says it's cached. So it's memoized. We have it cached. So if I call it a new, it says new. And then I call it again with the same thing. It's cached, 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 cached. So here, this is the answer for the question. It's very simple. Let's see what his solution was to this. I'm very curious. I'm very, very, very curious. Memoization. So let's see. Okay, so he made it as an arrow function. He makes a cache. Maybe using an object is a better way, like that. I don't know. So result is either from the cache or a callback. Yes, I get it. This is shorter. I get it. But he every single time sets the cache value to the result. And I think you can avoid that. I don't know if this is like faster, but here this may look like longer. But I check if the cache is set, and I only set it if it's you know. So but again, this is just I mean, it's just a minor thing. It doesn't matter. Writing code for a debounce function. Okay, so I said this other press question access the interviewee's ability to solve a real-world problem. The theory of debounce says it's a practice for improving the browser performance by skipping a few repetitive executions of a piece of code during the given time frame. In this regard, I ask you to write a code to mimic this debounce functionality. My executed version of the program is as follows. Okay, so I'm not gonna ruin that. I'm gonna try to solve this issue as well. So we have this, and I believe this is the final question. So we're getting there. We're getting there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on, JS, absolutely marvelous. Oh, we already have that. Okay, I just no window in file open already exists. Okay, so it's just too many queues, or maybe I miscounted. So what was this? What's the name? Debounce. Okay, so what's the debounce? Very simple. It's when you call the same function in a given time frame. It should stop the previous and execute and restart the execution, right? Is this what he meant, right? So if it's called many times, for example, I have a search engine and I don't wanna wait a few hundred milliseconds before the final key is pushed, right? And I don't want to always start a request to the server because this is unnecessary. So with this, it's debounce. So we just do the debounce So we do the same thing, right? We get the function we want to debounce. We set a timeout timer. Let's just call it t. We do a clear. No, it's a. We return again a function, and what was that? I just copy this, right? I can just copy this. I can just do this, and I just do like clear timeout t, right? Set timeout, right? I can do an arrow function here, so the arguments are not lost, right? And we want to maybe set the timeout, right? Between the args and the delay, right? We just call the original function with the arguments, right? And then the thing. So we expect an array and then the delay. Right, this should work. So I have, for example, a search function, right? Which searches for phrase, return there. And I want to debounce this so it waits like 500 milliseconds before it executes, so it doesn't return, because I can modify the phrase, right? Or maybe even, what if for demonstration I'm gonna use a higher timeout. So let's just say that search debounce is bounce the search, and that's it. And to use this, now I need to like search debounce. I need the phrase, right? Which was, I need like whatever. Let's just wait 1 second, right? And if it all goes well, it's in the first execution. This should do like after 1 second. It should write the results. Okay, console log instead of return, right? I don't want to return. I just want to do this. Let's just say that. Okay, let me reload. That I will wait 5 seconds. Okay, 5 seconds. I will copy this. So I have 5 seconds to change my mind. I change my mind, and after 5 seconds, oh no, it's still no. I wanted to clear. Okay, I forgot something here. There's a t equals set timeout, so we didn't clear the actual timeout, right? No problem, it's gonna work this time. Don't worry about it. So add this. Let's just do 5 seconds, right? 5 seconds, and I'm just gonna change. No. I'm sorry. Let's just do it like this. Whatever 1, and then whatever 2, and I will wait 5 seconds, right? I copy this here, and I'm just gonna do this. Let's just do this, and it's gonna do whatever. And see immediately when I call the final time, I only wanted to wait 1000 milliseconds, and after that it just executed, right? And when I did this, it just ding ding ding, it immediately jumped to the third one, because it already like, so you know, you understand. You're clever guys. You understand. So this is what it is. This is the solution to this. And let me just see if how close did I get to his level. Okay, so okay, so here we have it's a little bit more complicated, because he applies to the context. Okay, so you should like consider that as well. Okay, that's okay. That's I can agree with that. So with that, and you don't need to pass the arguments as, yeah, that's a neat solution, right? I like it. Okay, these are the preferred questions that I usually ask in interviews. Please feel free to tell you about the approaches and questions that helps you decide the fitment of interviewee in your organization. There. So this was like, oh wow, this took us a lot more than I expected, a lot more. But never mind, we solved all of the questions, and now, after all this time, you will be able to solve it as well, which is a great thing, which is a really, really great thing, I think. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Why don't you subscribe? Subscribe to my channel, and also subscribe to my second channel if you want to see more fun about not programming but some other stuff. Thanks again, and bye.